Atmospheric nitrogen must be processed or fixed for plants to intake. Most fixations are done by free-living or symbiotic bacteria, and those bacteria have nitrogenase enzyme which merges gaseous nitrogen and hydrogen together to produce ammonia, which is converted by bacteria and create own organic compounds. Most are occurred by nitrogenase, which live in roots of legumes, such as peas and beans. They form mutualistic relationship with plant and they produce ammonia while taking in carbohydrate. Atmospheric fixation is basically similar with nitrogen fixation as they are both natural occurring. Some fixations happen when lightning strikes, and atmospheric fixation is very crucial for making fertilizers, as it goes through the Haber process. Haber process is a process with high pressure and high temperature, 400 degrees and up, and routine conditions for industrial catalysis.
A modification is a stage where essential elements are made. This stage occurs in the soil and is carried out by microorganisms. These microorganisms break down proteins and amino acids from dead plants and animal waste, releasing ammonia. Other microorganisms then convert ammonia into nitrate, which is absorbed by plants.
The first step of nitrification takes place when bacteria Nitrosomonas converts the ammonium to nitrite. This nitrite is then converted to nitrate by nitrobacters. Both these bacteria are autotrophic, with carbon dioxide as their carbon source.
Assimilation is a process in which plants and animals incorporate nitrates in ammonia formed through nitrogen fixation and nitrification. These forms of nitrogen can be obtained by plants through their roots. The plants incorporate them into plant proteins and nucleic acids, which animals can then use and obtain these from plant tissues.
Denitrification is a process which happens deep in the soil and is anaerobic, which means it happens in the absence of oxygen. Specialized denitrifying bacteria metabolize nitrogenous compounds, which means that they reduce nitrates or nitrites to nitrogen-containing gases, which are then released into the atmosphere. The full process of this is nitrate NO3 turns into nitrite NO2, which then turns into NH2, ammonia, as a gas form.
During nitrogen fixation, nitrogen in the air is combined with hydrogen gas to make ammonia. Ammonium is also released as decomposers. Bacteria and fungi break down dead life into different parts during ammonification. As nitrification takes place, the ammonia and ammonium change into nitrites and then nitrates. Finally, when there is no oxygen available, some bacteria will turn nitrate into nitrogen gas, which starts the cycle again. This final step is called denitrification.
There are a few interesting facts about nitrogen. Nitrogen is odorless, tasteless, and colorless, which explains why the French chemist Antoine Laurent Lavoisier named nitrogen azote, meaning without life. You can also see nitrogen in the aurora. It's responsible for the orange, red, blue, green, blue, violet, and deep violet colors. Did you know that nitrogen exists within our bodies? It actually takes up 3% of our body weight. The funny thing is that direct skin contact with liquid nitrogen would cause severe frostbite.
Real-life examples of the nitrogen cycle are generally found everywhere, especially in oceans as marine ecosystems. In these ecosystems, the phytoplankton act as plants. On land, they are generally found in crops of legumes, for example, beans, lentils, peas, and peanuts, since these have the required bacteria for the nitrogen process.
Burning fossil fuel, nitrogen-based fertilizers, and other activities can dramatically increase the amount of nitrogen in an ecosystem. Significant amount of changes in nitrogen can lead to severe alterations in both aquatic and terrestrial ecosystems. For a terrestrial ecosystem, there might be problems and changes in health of the forest and a decrease in biodiversity, while in the aquatic ecosystem, too much nitrogen can lead to anoxia, which basically means having no oxygen, or hypoxia, having low oxygen.